All right, y'all. We back up in here again, y'all. Back in here again. Let me get my oldest. On your way in, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share, turn the notifications on, all that in the bag of chips. We trying to go around here. I don't care what you watching. Just hit the like button. Just hit the fucking like. But man, yeah, we back up in here again, man. I hope everybody doing all right. Y'all know what the title is. Y'all see the title. So I'm guessing most people are probably wondering what the hell we're gonna talk about tonight. And we're gonna talk some shit. I will tell y'all that we're gonna talk some shit. Um, yeah, we got a lot of things going on in the world right now. I ain't gonna lie, I'm laughing about this shit, y'all, because this shit's funny. But we got a lot of things going on in the world right now, and Trump is fucking up. I'm just gonna say that ahead of time. Trump is fucking up, and I'm gonna just show y'all what I'm talking about because I know some people don't keep up with the news, and I know some people, the weekend happened, and you get into the new day, you probably don't know what's been going on. Well, we're gonna catch up with what's going on between, this nice little conflict because it's not a war because we ain't got boots on the ground going on over there in Iran. We're gonna find out what's been popping. Shout out to Breaking Point for the first video because they're gonna let us know a little something about what's going on around here. We're gonna talk about it a little bit and we can see what we got, y'all. We're gonna talk about the future, but get your cigarettes, get your weed, get whatever you need. We better get to it. So without further ado, Breaking Point. My bad, not Turning Point. Fuck Charlie Kirk. Breaking Point. Here we go.
All right, let's get to the taco. Let's put this up on the screen from Trump over on Truth Social. He says, "I am pleased to report the United States of America and the country of Iran have had over the last 2 days very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed, and constructive conversations, which," he spelled it like a witch, like on Halloween, but anyway, "which will continue throughout the week. I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period, subject to the success of the ongoing meetings and discussions. Thank you for your attention in this matter, President Donald J. Trump."
All right, now y'all heard it. Now Trump done put out a message, said, "Man, look. I know we done went over there and bombed these people, on behalf of Israel or whatever. Israel helped bombing them too, but they messing with the straight. So I'm like, look, we've been having talks with them, strong man type shit. And due to the talks that we've been having, we're working on getting to a point. So we're like, look, we're gonna pause off on that, that 48 hours I ran out, decimate your energy grid, a war crime. It's gonna pause off on that." And say that we'll give about 5 days or something like that. That's what Trump telling us right now. That's what he came out with on Monday. All right, well here let's see what they got on it, because that's what Trump said.
Let's go ahead and put a 0B up on the screen if we have that. So Iran.
This is what Iran said.
Already coming out and saying, bullshit, we are not talking to him whatsoever. He said, this says from Iran Now, a high-ranking source in the Iranian Foreign Ministry to Iran Now. "We deny what U.S. President Donald Trump said regarding negotiations taking place between the United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran. The Islamic Republic of Iran adheres firmly to its position, rejecting any type of negotiations before achieving Iran's goals from the war. Trump's statements represent a retreat from his previous threats, but the Islamic Republic of Iran remains steadfast in all its declared positions. Iran's position on the Strait of Hormuz has not changed, and the strait will remain closed to aggressors against the Islamic Republic and its people." So let's back up for a second and talk about how we got here. So Trump had
Well, pretty much Trump done said, like, look, we talk to these folks, they agreeing with us and whatever the hell, we gonna chill. And they respond back with like, "Nigga, we ain't talking to you. I'm trying to break it down for the folks in the back. Got to get the street turned for you, man. Look, nigga, we ain't talking to him. We ain't had no conversation with that motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck that motherfucker talking about. We ain't talk to him." That's what Iran said. We still on the same shit we was on Friday, that we been on Saturday and Sunday. I don't care if you want to come out Monday and say something different. We still on the same shit. So who y'all believe? Because that's gonna be the question on the table. I know Fox News probably fighting this shit right now. Which one are you gonna pick? Which one is real? Is it Iran saying that we ain't talking to Trump and dealing with him, or is it Trump saying, "Yeah, look, I'm gonna calm down on the 48-hour stuff because they're talking to me and they're bowing down to some of our demands"? Which one you gonna believe? I know which one I believe, and it ain't Trump. But either way, though, let them break it down some.
Threatened that Iran had 48 hours to open the Strait of Hormuz, or else Trump was going to attack their electrical grid. This is a war crime. Not that anyone apparently cares about such things, but it is pretty wild to see a president of the United States just like openly announce.
And that is a point right there. I'm gonna let her say that over again, but it is a point. Like literally, he said that he was gonna bomb certain strategic points for them, which would violate the UN's agreement or whatever the hell on what war crimes are. And he just said that shit openly, like he didn't give no fuck. You got 48 hours, we're gonna bomb your electrical grid. That's a war crime. He didn't give a fuck. He just said it out loud. That's why y'all see at the end of the title of the video, it says white people are starting to see it. I hope y'all starting to see it when we're talking about it. But either way though, let her say it again, because that was crazy though. Like he just literally came out and said, I'm gonna do a war crime against you. Like, okay.
Going to attack their electrical grid. This is a war crime. Not that anyone apparently cares about such things, but it is pretty wild to see a president of the United States just like openly announcing their intention to commit war crimes. But in any case, that occurred. You then had, Iran saying, all right, well, if you do that, in response, we are going to attack infrastructure throughout the region. Obviously, the Gulf Arab states are very vulnerable, both to attacks on their electrical grid. Israel is actually quite vulnerable to attacks on its electrical grid, not to mention if desalination plants get involved. That is a whole other level of escalation.
If they mess with them desalination plants, bro, it's gonna be a problem for a lot of folks over there in the Middle East, bro, because they don't really have a lot of sources of fresh water. They literally are taking seawater, processing it, getting the salt out, and using that as drinking water. Don't let Iran start striking that shit over there, because a lot of these countries that are around them, we talked about this before, y'all, they are allies primarily with the United States. United States don't went in there and did whatever they did to their countries. United States got a foothold on them, so they ally with the United States. Iran don't like that shit because they don't fuck with the United States. And a lot of these other Arab countries don't really fuck with them either. You think Iraq really fuck with them? But they got a base. They got United States bases over there now. But they're like, nigga, we'll fuck this region up. And the sad part is, it's not that just the region is fucked up, but a lot of other countries and a lot of other regions depend on what the fuck comes out of that region. I know a lot of people talked about 20% of the oil, of the world's oil comes out of there, and they were like, 20%, we can deal with that, deal without that. No, you can't. You really can't. Unless you want to pay a lot more for oil. Like, they need that shit to stay open. That's why it's a big deal. That's why every country in the world is saying something about this shit. That's why ain't nobody trying to help America and Israel out with fighting this war. That's why the Brits and all them, the UK and all them, they're like, yeah, we ain't got time for that. But either way, though, let it keep going, though, man. Look. I don't know if they know what they bit off, but because I think they bit off a little bit more than they could chew.
So mutual threats were made, the clock was ticking, and now you have, and one more piece, Iran also said, hey, by the way, any financial institutions that are holding U.S. treasuries, we consider them to be targets as well. Market saga, of course, were looking very dire. Oil prices were going up. Bond yields were going up. That might even be more of a threat to the U.S. economy and the U.S. government than the oil prices. The market was crashing. The futures were down. And so between all of these combination of things, Trump felt the need to come out and say, well, let's give it a few days.
Yes.
Let's hold back.
Well, let's look at the timing of it.
And literally, that's what it was, y'all. He came out, started pump faking. Like, oh, shit. I really, truly believe, and this is for the folks, like, if y'all support that motherfucker, man, look, good riddance with your ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't even no point of being nice to nobody that's a Trump supporter. You just fucking stupid. I'm just telling you that right now. You want to say that you got tricked or whatever, bamboozled, okay, call it what you want. You're fucking retarded, in my opinion. Because clearly this guy showed a pattern of doing certain things and showed that he was a fucking criminal. But the dude be pump faking. He talking big and bad and then back out all the time. That's where this whole taco shit came from. That's where all that taco shit came from. The libs made up something. It's lame as hell. But it's like that's where it came from. This dude be talking hard, talking bullshit, and then doing the complete opposite of what he said. He'll promise you something and do complete opposite of it, but he be talking bullshit. I give Iran 48 hours, y'all. 48 hours. I'ma decimate your shit. And then the next day, like Monday come around, that motherfucker come out lying, talking about, yeah, we've been talking and I'm just gonna chill on there for a little bit. And then it's embarrassing as hell when you do that and then try to make, like, cover it up a little bit and try to make it a little bit better. The people that you trying to cover it up on come out and say, man, fuck, we ain't know none of that shit you talking about, bro. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's showing that you're trying to backpedal. Just like when you said we already won the war. Like last week or the week before. It's crazy, man. But let me keep going. I'm sorry, man. This is, for y'all that voted for him, bro, this y'all problem. It's all of our problem, but really, y'all got to hold that L.
The timing of it was very important. 7 a.m. Eastern time on a Monday morning, which means what? The S&P futures are rocketing. Oil was down some 10% or so on the initial news. We have no idea. It's gone up a little bit more after the Iranians rejected the idea that there were any sort of direct talks. But this 5-day stretch, which conveniently is the entire time that the entire market is open, is going to be one where he's trying to calm the waters. Initially, spot prices on gasoline, the way that things work is that when oil prices come down, that means in about 2 to 3 days, we should also begin to see some of the gas prices go down. He is looking for that billboard flashing all across America. He wants to see people see a reduction in the gas price. However, a couple things before we bring in Trita Parsi, which are very important to note. The word Israel was not mentioned once in the entire Trump taco truth, right? Israel may continue to do strikes.
This part right here, y'all, this part that people need to really understand, because the situation with Iran, why would they not trust America? Why would they not try to come to a ceasefire and chill out? Like, dude, the last 2 times they tried to talk to the United States and work out a deal with them, we bombed their nuclear sites the first time. Y'all remember that? It happened last year, at the very end of last year. We bombed their nuclear sites while we were in the midst of negotiating with them. And then this time, we bombed them while we were negotiating with them again. We're killing their leader, bombing that school with all them girls in it. Like, why would you think Iran would even have talks with the United States anyways? Like, think about it. Every time you try to, like, you got to opt out here in the street. And it's like, look, man, let's be grown folks and let's try to squabble it. Every time you do that, the motherfucker sucker punch your ass. Like, they hit you twice. You think they're going to deal with it again? And I don't think a lot of people understand that. He gonna break that down, bro. Like, cause he already trying to save the stock market. I don't know why he has this obsession with the stock market, because majority of Americans are not invested in it. But he has a big obsession about that. He wants to save that, but he will not walk back bullshit. Let him say this again. Go ahead and say it, Sagar.
In about 2 to 3 days, we should also begin to see some of the gas prices go down. He is looking for that billboard flashing all across America. He wants to see people see a reduction in the gas price. However, a couple things before we bring in Trita Parsi, which are very important to note. The word Israel was not mentioned once in the entire Trump taco truth, right? Israel may continue to do strikes. We have no idea what Bibi Netanyahu and others have agreed to. Who knows whether, they've decided what strike packages they're going to move on forward. Don't forget, we're going to spend a significant time on this on the show. They took a beating over the last 72 hours. Their interceptors.
And before he talk about what the hell's been happening over there in Israel, y'all, just remember, that agreement would have been with Iran to the United States. The point he's bringing up is like Israel could still be striking them, because Israel already said that they were going to Trump. Here you go. Matter of fact, let me come back on screen for this one. The White House excuse for even getting into this shit was that Israel was going to attack Iran, and if they attacked Iran, Iran would attack other spots in the Gulf over there, as they like to call it, these Gulf nations. And a lot of them would have been U.S. assets, like bases and shit, like they already did. So that's the reason that the United States decided to get into this. That's what they say. If the United States says again that they're not going to do nothing, they're going to chill. What the fuck is stopping Israel from doing shit? Because it seemed like Israel was the reason that all this shit even got popped off in the first place. So just agreeing with the United States is like, we going to chill. What that doesn't stop Israel. Why would they agree with this? Why would they even have a conversation with them? Like, bitch, get the fuck out of our land and get the fuck on. That's honestly, and that's what we need to do. As Americans, I know, look, I know a lot of y'all be like, we don't want to lose wars and stuff. Well, I just want to let you know something. We ain't won one since World War II. We ain't won one since World War II, y'all. We ain't been doing nothing but losing wars. It'll be the norm, bruh. It'll be the fucking norm. Let's just get the fuck out of there. Save our money. We got shit we can handle up over here in America. We got a lot of things we need to handle over here. Leave them people the fuck alone. But you already know that ain't what we gonna do. Trump damn sure ain't gonna do it.
Are failing their nuclear strikes, where our nuclear facilities were struck. They had a mass casualty event in southern
Iran fucked up Israel over the weekend, y'all. That Iron Dome ain't so iron no more right now.
Israel is not doing well right now so far in this war. Also, there are thousands of U.S. forces that are still converging on the Persian Gulf and in the Middle East. So all of the current signs, remember, none of that has yet been called off. All of the current roads still lead to a widening of the war. And then last and most importantly, before we get to Trita Parsi, which people really need to remember, and I've spoken and now confirmed this with multiple security forces, or security sources, what the Iranians believe more than anything is that the Ayatollah made a grave mistake by agreeing to that ceasefire in the 12-day war. He was a very cautious, doddering old man. He's dead. We killed him, right, with the Israelis. The new Ayatollah and the existing security establishment, remember, the vast majority of their long existing heads, they're all dead. Everybody now is like, no, this is a fight to the death. We have to make sure that we survive. Most importantly, we will not give Israel and the United States time to rearm. We are not going to engage in fake diplomacy after you've bombed us twice in the middle of negotiations. We are not going to allow these U.S. forces to converge here while just allowing the U.S. off the hook in the interim. So diplomatic negotiations are going to have to be taken with a massive grain of salt inside of the country of Iran. We have to actually convince.
And that's not wrong for them to even think like that. Like, if you really take yourself out of the situation, because I know a lot of us that's watching the show tonight, we're all Americans. But take yourself out of it. They didn't attack us. So put yourself in a position like, look, these people, we were negotiating with these people about doing something that they want us to do because they don't want us to have nuclear weapons. And in the midst of us talking to them and trying to like be peaceful, they bomb us. And then they did it a second time. Like, what? You gotta put, like, dude, they're the ones who got wronged right here. They got wronged right here. Regardless of what anybody want to talk about, you want to say country, whatever. If you the type of person that say country over, like, if you gonna take America's side in this over what the fuck is going on over there, like, you one of them type of people that I don't think have a good moral compass. I'll be honest with you. I don't think you have a good moral compass, because that's kind of like the same people that see their brother or their sister or their mama or somebody do something foul and fucked up and then defend them when somebody comes to hold them accountable for it. You'll defend them even though you know they did some fucked up shit. Like, I don't back America in this. I don't support none of this bullshit. I don't support none of this bullshit. But for the folks that do, I look at you funny, because I definitely would never come to your aid. I would never come to your aid when something wrong happened to you, because you perfectly fine with wrong shit happening to other people, but then you want to be saved. Nah, we ain't gonna save them. What J. Cole said, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Let's keep going though.
Their security establishment that this time is different, which is why it was such a folly to bomb them twice under the cover of diplomatic negotiation in the first place. So all of those caveats, I think, are so important.
Sneaky bitches, like on some down low, dirty ass shit. Like, the United States don't fight fair. We negotiating with you. While we negotiating, y'all like peace and y'all calm. Y'all not really thinking the threat's coming. That's when we're gonna hit you. Just like when we went to Venezuela. We ain't going in the middle of the day. We ain't going in the middle of the day. We went in the middle of the night and got in and got the fuck out. We ain't trying to fight y'all straight up, man. United States, they the type of motherfucker kick you in your nuts. They kick you in your nuts before they even throw a punch.
Important here at the top. This is in no way over. I really don't know why the Iranians would agree to it. I mean, let's be honest. Listen, I hope they do. I really do. For all of our sakes, for their sakes, and for the world. I just don't see the strategic logic.
You like
this
that
is where
shit,
Robert Papes and all of the escalation ladder analysis, like, at a certain point, you're locked in a system of incentives which you created. And without that, I mean, you know, absent a serious back down and effective surrender from the president, and then control over Israel. I don't see how this can end yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's
chatbots talk.
Yeah, we got
Base 44 super agents work. Set up in seconds. And
the thing we've been flagging for a while is that Trump probably wants to taco at this point. He's probably looking for an off ramp, thinking like, I don't know about this. The midterms are coming up. The gas prices are going up. This is not going great. He thought this would be over in 4 days. Genuinely thought that the Iranian.
And that's crazy that he thought that he was going to go over there, bomb them folks, and they was going to give up within 4 days. Bro, it's day 24. Day 24. Like what the hell? He must, like, I don't know who he has in there with him, but I know it's a bunch of fucking dummies. And I know he not listening to the generals that are in there. And if he is listening to some of the generals, they probably some of them goddamn get on board. They believe in this racist ass, white supremacists, all that. We America, we run the world. They probably on that type of time. And they just let them do the dumb shit and just want to see how it play out. Because they ain't going to be the ones out there fighting. They going to send other people out there fighting. They going to be in secure rooms, maybe at the Pentagon or some shit like that, you know? highly secured. Ain't got to worry about getting shot, but they'll send your sons and daughters out there. Like, this motherfucker probably really did think he could do it in 4 days. And he had a bunch of dummies around him that told him that, yeah, we can get it done. Nigga, it's day 24. That's over 3 weeks. Dude, we gonna be in this shit for a hot minute because he not the type of motherfucker that's really gonna take an L. He's just not. He's just, Trump done showed you. He's still saying that he won the 20 whatever fucking election. He ain't let that shit go yet. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. This shit is crazy, bro. I'm gonna let it keep going, but it, like, ugh.
People would rise up, and after he took out the Ayatollah, that would basically be it. That's what he was telling our allies, and I do think that is what he actually believed. So now he's lost, and he doesn't know where to go. I have no doubt that he would look for an off-ramp and some way to taco in a way that will save some kind of face and declare mission accomplished. The Iranians get a say in that. And the Israelis, apparently, because we give them a say, they also get a say in it. And so the last thing that I'll note before we get to Trita is that overnight, actually, the Israelis struck in Tehran, and there were electrical outages. Now, there were blackouts reported. Now, we don't know whether they directly struck intentionally the electrical infrastructure or if the blackouts were just a side effect of strikes on other targets. But when I saw that this morning, I thought, oh boy, this could really be on from Iran. And then the news that came in right after that was the Trump taco. So one possibility here, too, is that Trump is sending Israel out like our little attack dog to go out and do our dirty work. And then he can, oh no, we want a ceasefire. We want to lessen the tensions here. We want to have productive negotiations, et cetera. So that could be part of what's going on.
Think about it. Iran has to put all this on the table. Their smartest, brightest minds need to all come together and try to break down why is this enemy of ours, this adversary, whatever the hell, the person that been bombing us, why are they doing this and trying to break down what are they actually trying to get to? What's their ultimate plan? That's also something that they would have to think about. Because once again, like I said earlier, dude, the United States can sit there and say that, look, we're chilling, we ain't doing shit right now. What the fuck does that mean when it comes to Israel? Because y'all attacked us on their behalf. Like, they attacked us too. So I'm like, just because y'all step back, what the fuck? We still got to fight them. So how about you get your boy? Get your boy. Get your boy. Like, on some real ass shit. Come and get your boy. Why the fuck would I agree with you and you ain't even checked your boy yet? And they gotta be cautious of that. They have to be. Like, look, you would be cautious if it was you. The United States just come over there and start bombing your motherfucking country. Like, I think you would be a little skeptical about things, especially after having previous situations with these motherfuckers, and they showed you that they ain't meant to be trusted. We said we can't trust them, but we the only ones that keep breaking deals. Make that make sense. We can't trust them, but we the only ones that seem to keep breaking deals. We can't trust them with a nuclear bomb, even though we the only ones that ever fucking used one. America's real fucking funny, bro. And a lot of people that sit around and support this bullshit that we do as a country, like, don't get mad when you go overseas and they treat you some type of way. Because you support the bullshit. I tell them motherfuckers, I'm from Canada.
On here, but to Sagar's point, the Iranians they are not going to trust this president ever.
Hell no.
All of the outreach that they were trying to do, according to Drop Site, reaching out via Witkoff, and him not having his text messages or his calls or whatever returned. There's an obvious reason for that. There's two reasons. Number one, because the diplomacy has always been a ruse and, given cover for future attacks, which I also think is something that could be going on here with this attempted taco too, to buy them some time and turn down the temperature until whatever the next phase is, which could potentially be a ground invasion. And there are a lot of signals pointing in that direction. So in any case, it could be a ruse. And then the second point here is that the Iranians feel they must exact a lot of pain to make sure they do not end up here again. And I don't think that they feel they're anywhere close to getting.
And I don't think they're wrong for that. On some real ass shit. I don't think they're wrong for that. I don't think they're wrong for that. Because what's going to stop the United States from coming back and doing it again?
The amount of pain in the American public and the global economy that would make them feel comfortable that it would be an effective deterrent in the future.
Right. All right, we have Trita Parsi standing by. Why don't we get to it?
All right, now we ain't going to that one now. We ain't going to that one. I just want to get that in there real quick, like, because my shit might be done in my little crock pot. But I want to get that one out of the way because a lot of people don't understand or didn't understand what's been going on over the weekend, man. Like, for real, Trump issued a direct threat to their ass, man, and told them, man, y'all got 48 hours. Like, because he mad about the Strait of Hormuz being clogged up because they've been planting mines out there, and they done told every shit like you ride with the United States or Israel, we gonna bomb the fuck out your shit if you try to bring it through this strait. And they're right there by the goddamn strait. They got any ship that wants to come out here and take some oil somewhere, bro, you got to go by them. And they gonna bomb the fuck out of you. They'll let you know that. So he want to open it up because it's fucking with the oil prices in the world, bro. It's backing up a lot of shit, especially when your whole economy is based off of oil. And a lot of people don't get that. The United States is kind of like, we're kind of fucked with that one. Our economy is based off of fucking oil. You need any product move. What you need to put in that vehicle? Gas. You want to fly a plane? Gas, diesel, like fuck, a lot of products come from that shit. So it's like they got a chokehold on the United States, and it's amazing that this dumbass motherfucker that's in the White House right now that y'all call a deal maker and all this, he's just smarter. He playing 4-dimensional, 3-dimensional chess with people type shit. He didn't think about that. He called a lot of these other presidents wussies and losers and all this shit for not fucking fighting these folks. Probably because of this shit right here, buddy. And think about how bad the economy is already before we even started doing this shit. Think about how bad the economy was. Like, the economy was not looking good, bro. And this motherfucker still did this shit? But either way, though, it don't matter. Because we got a lot of folks, like I said in the title, man, some of my white brothers and sisters are waking the fuck up, y'all. They're waking up and they're seeing that they made a bad decision. They made a bad decision. Well, guess what? Jew Almighty gonna tell you about the bad decisions they made because they went on the internet, the Lord's internet, and told everybody about it. So let's go and check out Jew, man. Shout out to Jew, man. Let's see what we got, man. Let's see what we got right here.
Trump voters are finally waking up and realizing they made a mistake.
He's pathetic as a president, and I just want to apologize to everybody in the country for supporting this rotten man.
Their eyes are open now, whether it's through the Epstein files.
We can't agree on anything, and yet the entire House but one member and the whole Senate forced the administration to release the files. Trump's name appears more times in the Epstein files than God's name appears in the book about God. Trump's name also appears more times in the Epstein file than Harry Potter's name appears in the 7 books about Harry Potter.
Tweeting racist videos or just being an all-around terrible person.
Biden was always a mean guy, but never a smart guy. Even you go back 30 years ago, 40 years ago, he was a stupid guy, but he was always a mean sort of a, How's it working? Not working too well for him right now.
Trump is a much worse person than they even thought he was. Not to mention how bad he's been for this economy or the country as a whole.
So what we've seen is Americans rating the job market. It was an even split a year ago, and now the clear majority by a 19-point margin rated as bad.
And honestly, it's about time that good people, normal people that chose to vote for Trump are finally snapping back to reality.
As a former Republican and someone who lived inside the MAGA world, especially with friends and family still living in it, there are a couple things I'd like to expose about MAGA. The first is detachment from the issue. MAGA's built an entire identity around the appearance of strength. That's not strength, it's insecurity. It's rooted in the fear of being left behind, a fear that their ideology is losing ground.
Even they're realizing that completely removing the Trump regime is the only way to save democracy. Even big names that supported Trump are speaking out against.
ICE murdered an American citizen in cold blood, and then the Trump administration called him a domestic terrorist.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like plain and simple.
Yeah.
I see the administration trying to spin it, and it's disgusting.
And now Trump voters actually calling in.
See, the funny thing is, he thinks that's disgusting, but I'm like, dude, he did a lot worse shit than that. And you just missed it. We're going to get to the point where I don't forgive him. We're going to get to that point. But either way, though, let's keep going.
2 shows and news networks and making public statements of how much they regret voting for Trump.
John, did you vote for him in all 3 elections?
I did. I was sucked into the stupidity of creating jobs.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't
like and share over here.
Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
Oh, my word. I am a registered Republican. My dad was the president of American Pipeliners Association, so I came by it rather naturally. Voted for the president, supported him, but I really want to apologize. I mean,
Look, and I'm gonna tell y'all, he's one of those people that come from that type of family that his family always voted Republican, so he just voted Republican. Now I know on the flip side, people can say the same thing for like certain communities, always a majority of the time vote a certain type of way. But I'll be honest with you, when y'all want to say that shit about the black community, think about it. The Democrats are the only ones that'll sit up in our face and lie to us and tell us that they're gonna do something for us. Republicans coming right out and say they're not gonna do a goddamn thing for the black community. So I don't even know why the fuck y'all think somebody would vote for y'all. You know, I don't get that. But he comes from one of those families that my daddy was Republican, my granddaddy was Republican, my great granddaddy was Republican. I'm a Republican. Don't know nothing about what his candidates talking about. Don't know nothing about their past or their policy ideas or none of that. Just know that they're Republican and I'm voting for them. That's the type of family he come from.
Looking at this awful picture of the Obamas, what an embarrassment to our country. All this man does is tell lies.
Y'all president right there posted that shit. Y'all president. And remember, y'all, they said that I remember they was trying to do spin on the shit when it came out for that ad. They were talking about, oh man, it was just something that got clipped in. It's like, bitch, you played the whole fucking video. You put monkey faces and you put people faces on a whole bunch of different fucking animals, but you literally went out of your way and made sure that you put the only black president. Think about it. Out of all these other motherfuckers you put on there, you put his face and his wife's face. You put her face on a gorilla and put his shit on the chimpanzee. And it wasn't supposed to be racist, you know, it was just an oversight or some shit like that. Like, come on now. Y'all the same motherfuckers that wave Confederate flags, and you didn't want us to think that was racist? And now this motherfucker's like, I'm just so appalled. You wasn't appalled when they was hanging niggas from trees, shooting niggas in the back? None of that. This got you appalled now? Nah, I think his pocketbook hurting right now. I think that's why he's saying something. His pocketbook hurting right now, and now he want to act like he got some fucking morals.
He is not worthy of the presidency. He takes bribes blatantly, and now he's being a racist.
I'm glad a caller and former Trump fan and former MAGA is calling all this out. Everything he's saying, we knew about Trump the first term. We knew about his family using the federal government as a bank account and stealing money. His son-in-law meeting with world leaders and getting deals for his real estate business. Making deals and making all world leaders come stay at Mar-a-Lago. Like, Trump has been racist.
Donald Trump has a history of racism himself.
No, that's not true.
Are you kidding me? Donald Trump started his career with racism. In the 1970s, he was sued for housing discrimination. In 1989, he was a part of he led the lynch mob against the Central Park Five. In the 1990s, he was sued by casino workers for racial discrimination. He led a 5.5-year campaign against Barack Obama for allegedly not having an accurate birth certificate. Donald Trump came in office talking about he was going to ban Muslims, and he was called Mexicans were supposedly bringing drugs. Donald Trump has a long.
That man said a whole lot of shit. And what's she gonna say?
You didn't deny anything of the things I just said.
We remember the Muslim ban and all.
She didn't. She didn't deny nothing. That man did all that, even though I wish he would have got it off a little better. He was struggling to get that out, but he got it off. All those things are true, and he's not racist. Okay.
All the racist shit he said the first term. So why would it take this specific picture to make you finally see that Trump is a horrible person? I guess this is icing on the cake, cherry on top, but you already knew who Trump was.
Blatantly, they were supposed to deport the dangerous criminals. They were not.
And think about that dumb shit, because I've been hearing a lot of them say that, a lot of people that voted for Trump, and when it came to like the illegals and all that, look, he was just supposed to go after the bad guys. But you know, the funny thing is, if you would have looked at the data, it would have showed that undocumented immigrants don't really be committing no fucking crimes like that. They commit less crimes than you. You say the blacks are so bad. They definitely commit less crimes than the blacks, less crimes than the Asians and all of them. These motherfuckers ain't trying to get in trouble because they ain't trying to get deported. They don't be committing crimes like that. But y'all ran on that. They was out here fucking goddamn just murking y'all out here. That white girl got killed at that fucking beach park in fucking the pier in fucking California. Y'all tried to make that a national issue because it was an illegal person, right? When y'all be out here touching kids every Friday and Saturday and acting like ain't nothing happened. It's like, don't do this shit now. Don't do it. Don't walk. I'm not gonna let them walk it back. Y'all can let them walk it back. But I ain't gonna let him walk it back. And I got a coon ass motherfucker in a second that we gonna get to in a second. Cause he wanted to run his motherfucking mouth and now he wanna walk it back. Nah, he ain't walking shit back around here. Hold that L, bruh. Hold that L. Tell me you think they gonna come after them. Goddamn research some shit, motherfucker. Just don't go off of what these motherfuckers tell you. Research something first and then see if they telling you the truth. But you wanted to hate somebody. You wanted to harm somebody and you voted for somebody that was gonna do it. And now he did it and now you mad about it. Because it ain't what he told you, was it?
Supposed to go after small children, storm schools, bring terror upon, the little kids and the women and children, not just the immigrants in the school. All the children are scared. This is not a decent man.
When was he ever a decent man? If this was Obama behaving like Trump, saying some of the things, well, matter of fact, Obama would have never made it to office if he had one baby mama or one ex-wife, let alone 3 of them. But if while Obama was in office, he did any of the things Trump did, you know how quickly he would have been impeached?
Not an honest man. He openly takes bribes. He's pathetic as a president. And I just want to apologize to everybody in the country for supporting this rotten.
I'm telling you this real quick. Apology not accepted. Keep going though.
Man.
John, did you vote for him in all 3 elections?
I did. I was sucked into the stupid.
Jesus Christ.
And he said in all 3? Hold on, he said in all 3?
For supporting this rotten man.
John, did you vote for him in all 3 elections?
I did. I was sucked.
It's good to be alone for a minute in the confession room. Niggas is wildin'.
Every time the motherfucker ran, you voted for him. Every time. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Into the stupidity of creating jobs.
You voted for him all 3 elections. People knew exactly who Trump was after his first term. If you didn't know who he was after his first term and those 34 counts of felony didn't convict you of that, or him causing an entire insurrection, or continue to be hateful, racist, misogynistic, in his 4 years inside and outside of office, you should know exactly who he was not to vote for him a 3rd time.
And there are no more jobs in New Mexico. Things are worse than they were before. You cannot find a primary care physician. Our governor just passed some laws to try to help.
Things are worse everywhere for everybody because Trump is in office. But him and his friends are doing great. They're making billions of dollars. His net worth has tripled since he's been in office just this year. And you want to be...
And for all those folks that talked all that shit, when they were trying to defend Trump and they tried to talk about Obama, why is Obama worth so much money now and stuff? He's out of office. He's doing speeches. He's the former president of the United States, the most powerful country on the planet. You don't think he gonna get paid a little money to come talk to you? Yeah, he gonna get paid. Just ask yourself this question. Why is the motherfucker that's in office right now keep making all this goddamn money? Because he done got billions since he been in office. This man out of office making money. And he ain't making no billions. But you got a problem by him making a couple $100 million. You ain't got no problem by him making billions. Why he in office? That's right. Like, it ain't no forgiving none of this shit, bro. They gotta wash their hands of all this shit. Bro, go take a fucking Clorox bath with your eyes open. That's what I'm gonna need you to do. Go take a bath with some Clorox and keep your eyes open while you're doing it.
Thankful that people are waking up to how horrible Trump is and coming back to the center and realizing we need to do something different in this country. But again, 3 times you voted for that man and he hasn't changed. He just has more opportunity and less guardrails to do exactly what he wants to do now. He's been the same miserable, horrible person with the same sycophants around him. 3-time Trump voter apologizes, slams Trump for racist posts of the Obamas, then rips his cruel ICE policy and corruption. He did that, and the apology is nice because even these influencers like Andrew Schultz haven't apologized for supporting Trump. They've just spoken out against him. And this is literally the culture that MAGA created. The cool kids table. Out late with the young right as they contemplate cultural domination. I think the cultural domination moment is definitely over after the TPUSA halftime show bomb.
I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer. I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer. What's stopping you, though? What's stopping you from doing all that right now.
Complete and total dweebs demanding safe spaces, despite the fact that they are in charge of everything, they've lost. And the Turning Point USA halftime show at the Super Bowl last night was kind of the final nail in the coffin.
And everybody hates MAGA and Trump. These fucking losers had an opportunity to nab 15 years of cultural supremacy, and they squandered it in 15 seconds. They did. MAGA is just not as influential or big or threatening as it was before. They're fighting internally. The Republican Party is literally imploding behind the cover-up of the Epstein files and everything going on with the economy. Former MAGA...
And y'all, let's not forget about the Epstein files, y'all. Like, for real, they still ain't... They violating the law on that, y'all. Supposedly, there's 3 million more files that could be released out, and they said they not releasing them. Where's the outcry? Oh, we can't even focus on that right now because you know what? The motherfucker wanted to kidnap a president in Venezuela, and now he wants to fight a fucking war in Iran. So we can't even really focus on that right now. We about to have pedophiles just keep walking around like it ain't nothing. They don't care. He supposed to be this guy, this law and order guy. Ain't that what y'all letting them on? Talk on crime. Not his crime. Not his crime. And not crime that he doesn't deem is really crime. Only crime against the people that you don't like. Or mainly he don't like that he told you shouldn't like either. Come on, man, y'all. Come on, man. This shit is funny as fuck. It's funny. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be sitting back laughing at this shit, but it is really fucked up. It is fucked up. But I'm just really just like, hey, white people, come on over here, man. Welcome to the club, bro. When bullshit happening and people sitting around fucking goddamn just acting like it ain't happening. Yeah, come on over. Now you see it now, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Explaining MAGA.
As a former Republican and someone who lived inside the MAGA world, especially with friends and family still living in it, there are a couple things I'd like to expose about MAGA. They will absolutely reject it, especially because it's coming from someone who lived that life. The first is detachment from the issue. MAGA's built an entire identity around the appearance of strength.
That's the thing with MAGA going all the way up to the top. Trump has always refused to apologize for anything. Even when it came to tweeting that racist video of the Obamas, he just outright refused to apologize and then randomly blamed the staffer for messing up the post. And that's all of MAGA. They're all the way dug in on their side. So facts, reality, nothing gets through that distortion field. Nothing will change their opinions on what the truth is for them about Trump, about MAGA, about everybody else. It's very cult-like.
They want you to believe they are the adults in the room. They want a strong man. They define strength as obedience, dominance, and power that can be enforced. That's not strength. It's insecurity. It's rooted in the fear of being left behind, a fear that their ideology is losing ground.
Whether they're calling it this or not, it's the great replacement theory, that the white majority is dissolving into a country of cultural diversity, and that once they're out of power, they're going to be victimized by people of color. Like all of a sudden, we're going to take over and start locking them in cages or something. It's a weird theory that they concocted as motivation to demonize all black and brown people and galvanize their audience so that they can maintain power.
Society is becoming...
Also, for the dummies that are part of that bullshit, because I don't think they think that far, when you have an advantage in the world and you've had it since birth, and then you see other people get elevated to be able to be on the same level as you, you take, regardless of whatever it was that elevated you in the beginning, regardless of whether segregation, redlining, Jim Crow, slavery, all that, all those things that help get you to this level, if you take those things away, no matter how bad those things were that they took away, it still makes you feel some type of way now because you feel like people are being given something. These people don't think too far ahead. They think that, okay, correcting wrongs of the past is a detriment to them, but they benefited from those detriments of the past. Like equality is a threat to them. People being on the same playing field with them and being able to operate and move around the world the same way they can move around the world, that's a threat to them. They don't want equality amongst people. They want to control power and dominate the rest. And they do also fear that other people will do to them what they did unto them. I'm not saying they will, but if they did, I will say this. They wouldn't be fucking wrong. If you haven't advocated to right the wrongs of the past while benefiting from them, then don't get mad when people come in and write them for you and you a casualty of it. Like, I'm just saying, I can understand the fear, but the best way to get around that fear and not having to worry about that or look over your shoulder is to fix it. But you choose not to fix it. You choose to keep the same systems in place and you choose to fight to maintain them. So now you are a part of the problem, and now motherfuckers might come for you. They're just some scary motherfuckers, bro. They can't compete. If you can't compete, you got to cheat. And that's what they do. They cheat.
More inclusive, more multiracial, and willing to challenge old hierarchies. And that terrifies them. That makes them hide behind toughness. That's why they mock empathy. That's why they call liberals emotional, bleeding hearts, or overly sensitive. It isn't because we put feelings over facts. It's because MAGA uses apathy as their anchor. If they allowed themselves to engage with the moral and ethical consequences of policies or actions, they would be exposed. Exposed to their own contradictions, exposed to their own tribe, and exposed to questions they're not willing to answer.
We see that anytime these people debate or get in an argument with somebody or a need for facts comes up, they're just deer in headlights dumb, like don't know anything about anything other than regurgitated MAGA talking points.
So caring gets reframed as weakness and passion about injustice.
Example of that, y'all, is like 13% of the population commits 50% of the crime. When we know that majority of the people in the black community that commit crime are dudes, just like it is across every other racial group. But black men don't make up 13% of the United States of America population. And we don't commit 50% of the crime. Majority of black dudes are not in jail. But they run around and say stupid shit like that. Just as a quick example. Just wanted to throw that example out there. Because I know I heard that 15-30 shit, or 13-50 rule. Like, dude, that don't even make no fucking sense. Talk about how y'all make over 75% of all child shit. Like, all the child diddling and shit. Talk about that. Y'all only make up, what, like 27% of the population?
Justice gets dismissed as overreaction. Not because it's wrong, but because vulnerability to truth is something they're too afraid to allow. And the second is the myth of research. I didn't dig when I was a Republican. I conclusion shopped. I searched for information that confirmed what I already believed. I avoided anything that challenged my worldview because discomfort felt like danger. That information machine still exists today. Same talking points, same outrage loops, and same selective facts. But the difference is I stepped away. I challenged my own beliefs and I let truth shape my opinions instead of bending facts to protect my identity. I know how you think. I know how you research. I know how you deflect because I did it. And
how you research, as in don't research and just go to your echo chamber and get told exactly what you want to hear.
Holding that mirror up.
I know motherfuckers that told me they did research, y'all, and I be like, where you looked that up at? They said Twitter. I'm dead ass serious, y'all. I done had motherfuckers that told me they researched something. They'll say some dumb ass shit to me. And I'd be like, man, where you find that at? They're like, I looked it up on Twitter. Literally, this is what I used to do to them when they say that dumb shit.
Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. This shit wild. You saw that shit, man?
That's what I would have to say to them. I'm like, bro, something wrong with you.
Makes people uncomfortable. So yeah, you could attack me all you want. I'm still going to expose you because I was once you. And for some silly reason, I still hold hope that people will eventually choose truth over loyalty.
I mean, it is happening. It's taking a lot longer than it should. And it's happening.
I appreciate him for saying what he's saying, but fuck him too. Keep going.
For different reasons. Some MAGA conservatives are really upset about the cover-up going on with the Epstein files. Some are really upset about the economy and what's happening to our country as a superpower. And then you have some upset at just the outright racism that we see from MAGA, from Trump. And it's really showing now, which makes sense because this past January saw the highest layoffs since 2008, which, you know, was the Great Recession.
The latest PBS News NPR Marist poll shows a majority of Americans disapprove of the job that President Trump is doing, with the majority strongly disapproving. How significant is the intensity of that opposition at this point in his term?
What we found this week is that the president actually is at his lowest standing of his second term. And it's really driven by some key constituents that have soured on him since he was first sworn in. Latino voters, younger voters, independent voters, those were all critical to his success.
And I do got to throw this shot out there at my Latino brothers and sisters. Y'all fucking stupid too. Trying to get up there underneath them white folks. Y'all stupid too. Because I don't know why the fuck y'all voted for him when he said he was going to do shit to people that look like you. You don't think they was going to misidentify your ass? You must didn't pay attention to the black experience around here. He's a black male. What else? That's all you need. Because in their mind, it's like Hispanic. What illegal look like? Hispanic? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you talking about? And I agree with you, Crystal. These boomers got to go. A lot of these boomers are holding the fuck, they're like they a problem. They are a big problem. We need to get some term limits in there for them. Like, yeah, I agree with that. Because they goofy. They goofy. Like, it need to be turned. If the president can only serve 8 years, and I say this all the time, y'all, if the president can only serve 8 years, nobody else in federal government should be able to be there in an appointed office position, like elected or appointed. You only can get 8 years. I don't even think the Supreme Court should be able to have a lifetime appointment. Dead ass serious. Them old ass fuckers don't need to be sitting on that goddamn bench forever. Nah, you need to get the fuck up out of here every 8 years. If the president can only serve 8, you can only serve 8. Get the fuck on. We need new blood, new people in there. We need to cycle people through government, not people sitting up in government and taking advantage. That's how they leeches. They get up in that motherfucker, they get comfortable, and all they care about is re-election. Get elected, worry about re-election. Get elected, worry about re-election. Not about helping the people, your constituents. Like, nah, I agree with you on that. Let's keep going, girl.
In 2024. But the group that really is the most fascinating to me, and I think it's going to be really important as we watch these next few months go forward, are the voters that we always think of as his core constituencies, white working class voters who have long been very much behind the president. We're seeing some significant slippage there, both in the PBS poll and in the Cook Political Report aggregator. And these are the kinds of voters that you could argue that the slippage is really driven by views on the economy.
Trump took a beautiful swan and turned it into an ugly duckling as far as the American people are concerned. Because these numbers, as John and I were discussing just before this segment, absolutely crazy in how the American people have totally turned on Donald Trump. Take a look here. Trump's net approval rating on jobs and employment. In January 2025, look at that. Overall, plus 9 points. Hey!
Look at all these dumbass motherfuckers. Plus 9 points when that motherfucker got elected. It's like, oh, yeah. Well, he got elected before, but, he coming into it, new year. We're optimistic about what he's going to do. Mm-hmm. What happened?
Hey, that's pretty good. But down he goes, minus 13 points overall. But you think that's nuts? Take a look at the independents. They go from plus 7 way down off the screen to minus 30 points. That's a 37-point drop in the net approval for Donald Trump among independents on the issue of jobs and employment.
And the MAGA implosion continues with Nick Fuentes speaking out against Trump, this administration, and MAGA as a whole.
The halftime show was in Spanish and all the performers were brown people.
Now, this right here is just hilarious. Because I don't even understand why people follow this dude. Like, dude, he tried to play himself off like he white, and he tried to play himself off like he's straight. First off, Nick, you're Hispanic. Just throwing it out there for you. I know you know. Your last name is Fuentes. Ah, caramba, nigga. You know your last name is Fuentes. You're not a white boy. I know you got a little bit in you, but you ain't a white boy. They got a 1-drop rule. I promise you. I'm black. I know about the 1-drop rule. They don't play that. But then also you're gay. And you ain't got all these other little white boys falling behind your ass. Listen to what you saying. Y'all know that Nick came out a couple days ago and said that he's going to vote and he's advocating for people to vote Democrat in the midterms. After he pushed for Trump to get up in here. Listen to how he responds to this right here. Watch this shit right here. This is so funny. These flip-flopping motherfucking goddamn cunt suckers. Like, I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't say that on YouTube. Either way, though, y'all heard what I said. Listen to this motherfucker.
The message was, this is what America looks like, a mosaic of Latin peoples. Clearly it was political. Clearly it was a middle finger to white people. Weird take. Are you even a white nationalist at this point?
Honestly, I don't feel like one anymore. I feel like, do I want America to be a white country? Yes. I'm pro-white, but
I'll never understand that because he's a Mexican. It's just the weirdest thing.
Movement has just been captured by losers and idiots, and I'm kind of just done pandering. I fucking hate these people. That's how I feel about it.
So you was pandering. You was pandering to people. Okay, good to know. Keep going.
When I look at what the movement has become, like the kind of impulses that have captured it, it's just kind of depressing. And I've always been forward thinking, and I've always been heterodox, and I've always been progressive in a way. And increasingly, I don't feel like I fit in with that anymore.
I don't know if this is what Nick Fuentes is trying to say, but it seems like MAGA is so MAGA now. Like the whole entire right is extreme. I mean, Republican leaders are defending defending Jeffrey Epstein and the most notorious PDF ring we've ever seen. MAGA went online immediately after Trump tweeted that Obama video and started defending him, saying it wasn't racist. It was just a small part of a larger video. When everybody around you, MAGA as a whole, is so extreme, that kind of steals somebody like Nick Fuentes' whole thing, which is being extreme. If everybody is extreme as you, it's kind of like you're just one of many. You're in the mix. You're not that special or important. And it seems like that's exactly.
And also, it's a little scary. Just throwing that out there for y'all. It's a little scary. It's one thing for you to be the crazy person in the group. You perfectly fine with being the crazy person and being labeled as a crazy person. You do crazy, wild shit, and it's perfectly fine. But then you got another crazy person around you, and another crazy person around you, and another. You start to feel like the people that weren't crazy when you was the only crazy person. It's like, I don't know what the fuck this motherfucker might do. It's a little scary around here now, ain't it? Stupid ass motherfucker. You radicalized a lot of these people. But either way, though, now he don't want to be a part of the group, y'all. I'm saying forward thinking, but want a white country. That's very forward. Well, it might be forward thinking in the sense of a lot of people don't understand that, and a lot of white people don't get this either. Y'all don't really make up a big percentage of the population of the world. Oh, let me look it up on Google real quick, like, man, because that's crazy. Matter of fact, I'm just asking. Hold on, let me say. What is the population of white people in the world? Okay, I should have said by percentage. What is the population of white people in the world by percentage? It's 5%. Oh, no, 5%. It's 16% total. 16% of the world is white. Get the fuck off my screen. 16%, y'all. I was gonna pull it up, but it was talking in my ear. I ain't want to hear that shit, and I hope y'all didn't hear it either. 16% of the world is white. I can understand why you got a little fear. You know, 16%. Damn sure we know Asians got you. We know every other race got you. Africans, Asians, Hispanics. But somehow y'all running this shit. I gotta say we being a little scared. Nick should be scared too himself because he been trying to cosplay as a white dude. He Hispanic, so the Hispanics gonna kick him out. But the sad part, they might accept him too because you know Hispanics like that racist shit too. They like that colorism. Either way though, I'm gonna let him finish up. I ain't even only want to go down that road.
What Nick Fuentes is feeling now,
you know. So no, I don't think I'm like you, because now it's turned into. It used to be the case that if you were against white genocide, if you're pro-white, if you're against immigration, like that is what it meant to be on our side. Now it's like you have to be a Republican culture warrior. I have to be spun up about the Super Bowl halftime show.
They thought they were going to take over culture. That's exactly what they thought would happen. And it's just not. They're the outliers. They're the weirdos. They're the people crying and complaining about something nobody else is crying about. The same way they used to say Democrats act is how they act now.
It's so low IQ. It's so low IQ. It's so monotonous, so repetitive. You're screaming at the halftime show because it's in Spanish. Okay. I mean,
let's be clear. Nick is only defending this because he probably likes Bad Bunny. Trust me, if it was another Kendrick Lamar, a Dr. Dre performance, or any other rapper or black person, Nick Fuentes would not be going this hard against MAGA.
Am I supposed to do this performative outrage?
And do remember that he is Hispanic, so yeah, he would defend Bad Bunny in this situation. He would look at it like, why you got an issue with this Hispanic dude? He look white just like me. but he's Hispanic. Why do you got a problem with him? Like, Nick, defend some other shit. Defend something that sounds on some real shit. Maybe we'll feel like you turned the corner, but right now it sounds like you just crying like a little bitch.
Why? I'm supposed to get up out of my seat? Who gives a fuck, you know? So I just don't, I don't think I fit in anymore. We've reached a high watermark of that stuff. I've been doing this for 10 years. I was into this before it was popular, before it was mainstream.
Everybody's stepping on his toes. They're taking Nick Fuentes' whole shtick, basically.
And now it's filled with a bunch of complete fucking idiots. And it's really just turned into...
No, it's just more idiots. Because you were already the idiot that was in there before being racist for no fucking reason. It's just more. It's just more in there. It didn't just magically became, oh, finally you got an idiot in here. No, it was already an idiot from the beginning. It was you. And it's just more in there.
to signaling that you're a part of an in-group. It's no longer interesting to me. It's no longer interesting. It's not funny anymore. It's not edgy.
Funny.
It's really
Edgy.
just become a drag. At one point, we were the trolls, and now we're the butthurt ones.
Very obvious this was coming. White nationalism.
Trolls, y'all, keyword, he said trolls. We were the trolls. So y'all were intentionally going around fucking with people because that's what a troll does. They just go around and fuck with people. You initially were that. You claim that you were here for all this great movement, you know, less immigration, no immigration, you know, white people not being replaced and all this. But you literally just chalked it up that you were just trolling. You were trying to fuck with people. Probably because you're bored, ain't getting no pussy, probably ain't getting no dick either, Nick. Nick, and you probably ain't getting no dick either. But you ain't had nothing going on with your life. And this is what you chose to do. You chose to get on the internet and talk racist shit on a regular. And now you don't want to be a part of the group because you don't like what the group became. Well, if you build it off of bullshit and hate and all this other weird shit that y'all be on, where do you think it's going to go? And it's going to get worse, y'all, because we still got some people that ride or die on this shit.
And now we're the butthurt ones.
Very obvious this was coming. White nationalism is as mainstream as it's ever been. And his entire grift is being a gay contrarian edgelord. Facts. I don't know if he ever said he was gay, but we all think that. These people have never truly believed in anything. Facts. With the TPUSA event that was supposed to rival the Super Bowl flopping, Trump being disliked by most of America now, and MAGA and the Republicans just being seen as a party that's running defense and cover for the biggest pedophile ring in American history. And it's no wonder why people that were Trumpers or MAGA are finally waking up and realizing they're on the wrong side of history. Like I said throughout this video, it took them all way too long to wake up and realize this, because
and I end that part right there. I end Drew's video right there with that one because it took him way too long. After the dude, like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I truly thought that most people were reasonable to a certain extent. And the older and older I get, the more time I spend on here doing these things and talking to folks, I realize that a lot of people are not reasonable. A lot of people are fucking just retarded. Like, straight up. It's not even funny. Like, a lot of people are really fucking stupid. And I know a lot of people don't like to be called stupid, but a lot of y'all are fucking stupid. Or ignorant. How about that? Take the word ignorant. You just don't know. Because after this man lied to folks about COVID, which trips me out. He lied to y'all about COVID. He literally had people calling their health departments, asking if they could inject bleach, because his ass said, yeah, we were looking into things like, you know, injecting bleach, you know, to kill COVID. People were calling their motherfucking health departments, asking the health department, could they inject their body with bleach? Clorox, y'all. Clorox. And these are the same people that told the kids that they were dumb for fucking doing that Tide Pod challenge. But then they was going to put Clorox in it. I was like, look, I thought the Tide Pod shit was funny too. But I'm like, y'all are the same people that said the kids were dumb for chewing Tide Pods. And then turn around and call your health department because you literally thought that you might possibly be able to inject Clorox into your body to fight off COVID-19. Y'all was giving y'all selves horse fucking goddamn steroids and shit. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. I remember these things, and it's just funny as fuck, man. Because I'm like, I know a lot of people got selective memory about the past. I'm like, y'all really trusted that man after that? Like, y'all gave this man the benefit of the doubt after that? That dude cost so many Americans their lives because they listened to what the fuck came out of his fucking mouth. And it's because they fucking stupid. But either way, though, let me read out coming. He said, funny how he want to get out of the people of color versus the white people in their community that put hands on kids or serial murders. Yeah, you right about that. They only wake up when they losing. Yeah, like they only start crying and bitching and complaining when they feel like something is really affecting them. It's like, yeah, man, the motherfucker, I won't light this motherfucker on fire and shit, but then get mad when the house burned down. Like, what you thought was gonna happen when you lit it on fire? You didn't think that far ahead, did you? You didn't think that far ahead, did you, buddy? It is what it is. It's shit funny. I said they tried to say Trump was joking, but he said it live on TV. Yeah. Look, they always try to chalk up what he's saying that like he don't mean what he's saying. They always want to try to parse something from what he said instead of just taking what he said. Like taking him at his word when he said it. Nah, he meant what the fuck he said. This dude ain't smart, bro. He's smart enough to know how to manipulate you, but he's not smart in the grand scheme of how to operate throughout the world. But either way, though, we got one more that we're going to do tonight, y'all. We got one more we're going to do tonight. And I'm actually going to drop the link just in case anybody want to get in on this one. But we got to give a shout out to TYT, y'all. Because there's some other Trump supporters that had some feelings. And this is actually a little bit more recent than the last one I showed y'all. This shit ain't gonna lie. This shit funny, y'all. Just check it out. I'm gonna put it full screen. Let's go. Hold on. I got to get the thing right.
You told me that you voted for President Trump in 2024. Do you regret that decision? ¿Te arrepientes esa decisión?
Yes, 100%.
Why do you regret that decision?
That's because it's nothing that's true. It's not true. He say he go to cash the...
And just listen to this dumb motherfucker right here, y'all. Like, it ain't gonna lie. I got some smoke for my Hispanic brothers and sisters. This dumbass motherfucker right here. Like, bruh, you barely speak fucking English, and you voted for the motherfucker that said he wanted to kick people out like you. You suspect number one. You literally voted for what the fuck he's looking for to kick out the country, bruh. You suspect number one, bruh. I'm sorry. That just showed me how some people are like, nigga, I don't know what's in his brain, that little ass head of his. Bro, but you fucking retarded. You stupid. And you, even if you didn't think they were coming for you, you knew they were coming for people that looked like you. And you a coon motherfucker. You a coon motherfucker. Like, bro, you turn on your own people. For what? For the same people that's gonna kick your ass out. Either way, I'm gonna let him go. I'm sorry, y'all.
Do you regret that decision? ¿Te arrepientes esa decisión?
Yes, 100%.
Why do you regret that decision?
That's because it's nothing that's true. It's not true. He say he go to catch the delincuentes. Criminals, yeah. And right now, he don't follow to criminals. He go to specific to Latino people. The DHS come specific to me and catch to me. Not other people. Because don't care to other people. Specific Latino people.
Let's talk about Trump voters who are feeling regrets.
If you could say something to President Trump and he was going to hear you right now, what would it be?
You are a worthless pile of
And you voted for him how many times?
3 times. That was my bad. Apparently, I'm an idiot.
Because let me tell you, they are out there.
I was a Trump supporter. I don't know how long I can keep doing this. I have a construction company. And not a thing is getting done. This is what I get. This is what I get. Nothing but white boys. It takes 4 days to do a 1-day job. I might have fucked up.
Well, yes, sir.
Won't let me say white boys. They don't come after me. I ain't gonna lie. That's probably look. Never mind. I ain't gonna give him that.
You did.
I love this for you. I love this.
Oh, this guy right here, Hope. I ain't gonna lie. I clipped this one, y'all. I got a short coming out for this one right here. This dude right here, certified hoe, bro. Certified hoe, and I'll explain why. Or I might just play the short. I'll put the short out tomorrow.
It's nice. I love this for you. I love to see you fail. I love to see your family be affected and hurt because you voted for Trump.
Yeah, but you voted for Trump to harm other people's families. Stupid.
I voted for Trump. Absolutely. Did I know he was going to increase the tariffs? Yes, I did. However, I thought that the infrastructure would be set up prior for small business to come back to America and manufacture in America. So to wish ill on someone and to love the fact that they're suffering, to love the fact that their family is being negatively affected because I didn't vote the same way that you did is dumb. It really is. It shouldn't matter. Anyone that enters my life, I'm going to judge you of who you are, how you are as a human being. Are you kind? Are you polite? Are you sincere? That's how I judge you, not who you voted for. I've got far left-leaning friends. I got far right-leaning friends. It doesn't matter to me. I like you based on who you are. But to see someone hurt and their business fail and their family be affected because they didn't vote the way you did, it's fucked up. I'm sorry, a lot of you are fucked up. I'm sorry.
He ain't give a fuck about somebody's father getting snatched up from Home Depot just trying to do some work for some white folks in the community that don't want to pay other white people to do the same job. You didn't care about them people though, did you?
Preach.
He wants sympathy though. Come on, man. We got Op in the building, y'all. Got Op in the building. What it do?
Chill.
It's just crazy to me that he ain't thinking about none of that. He just worrying about himself. Me. I'm hurt now. Like, dude, you voted for somebody that was going to go out there and actively hurt people. He told you he was going to do it. And a lot of y'all said that's the reason why y'all was going to vote for him. Y'all was out there, stick it to the libs. Y'all had them signs out there.
Steve.
Oh, yeah, man, give me your thoughts, man. It's crazy, man. I do got a shortcoming out on this motherfucker right here because he a certified hoe. But go ahead, my bad.
See. You didn't catch on. I'm making fun of the last Latino dude you just showed.
Yeah, a little small head motherfucker. That motherfucker.
See.
No, I mean, yeah, go give me your thoughts real quick, like, because this shit, I ain't gonna lie, it's irritating to hear people like this talk. I ain't gonna bullshit with you.
We talk about this shit all the time. People that cut their nose off to spite their face. So it was cool that y'all did that, but you situation. So now you're like, oh, I messed up and all, and that's just supposed to be it. No, you need to go ahead, make sure when it's time to vote, you put that to use as well. Get this motherfucker out of office. Put the people in there that can do something about it instead of the motherfuckers who want to be loyal, but they in some kind of cult and they scared to really do anything. Every time I see people like him addressing the union or whatever, addressing the people, and then you see all these other dick riders over here being on some, yes, and our fearless leader. I'm sorry, our president. It's like, dog, like, come on, man. You got a bunch of spineless motherfuckers in there. You saw Mike Pence didn't want to switch sides until he realized, like, only way I'm gonna be safe is I switch on him. That's not the type of people you need. You talking about people actually having your back, you know what I'm saying, as a people, that's what they're gonna do, not worry about saving their own ass. And that's all we seeing is a motherfucker switching on Trump because they trying to save their own ass.
Yep. I agree with you. I'm letting his whole ass keep whining. I don't think he gonna whine too much more.
We should all care about each other regardless of who we voted for.
We'll circle back on this one at the end.
So I admit, I regret my vote for Donald Trump.
Now, let's be honest. You would not expect her to be one of the ones that voted for Donald Trump, would you? And I'm saying that just because of the hair.
Yeah, but you notice there's a lot of people that on his side, even coming from our community, that we don't expect. Like they tell me, we ain't with the ninja shit, but it's like, dog, you talking about it like you ain't a ninja still. I'm trying not to cut so much, my bad, but you get what I'm saying. You act like you ain't a nerd, but you one too. Like we see a lot of these dudes who talking about they for Trump, but we see how they look and they dress, and we be like, really? You sure you didn't mean to say what's the black dude they made fun of on there? Wayne Brady. You sure you know what I'm saying? No. It ain't that. And then I forget the other dude from back in the day. Damn, what he said, he made him look I forget the one dude. Remember what Paul Mooney said?
Yeah, Paul Mooney said that shit. Brian Gumble.
Yeah, he said Wayne Brian Gumble. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. So you didn't mean to say Gumble? Like you said Trump for real, and this be a nigga ran away, and we like, bro, you know the police target your ass. So I don't even know why you think that's gonna change. And it's the same thing with our Latino brothers and sisters. They forget that when you vote for this motherfucker, and you look like that. You ain't walking around in a suit looking important. They talking about you.
Yep. I'm gonna let her keep going because she gonna sit here and cry in the car. She gonna cry in the car, y'all. Just so y'all know. Well, she not gonna cry, but she bitching. So either way, though, check it out.
I regret it because I needed these changes sooner. I needed
not one tear.
The prices to go down sooner, so that I didn't drain out my bank accounts and go into crippling credit card debt.
Crippling.
So that when I had an emergency, I had money set aside.
Man, bitch, blow your nose.
So when my son's glasses break, I could actually get him new ones.
She need to get herself some new ones too. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm talking this shit. I'm sorry, I'm talking shit. She need to get her some new glasses too, though. Them bitches is not it, bro. The motherfucker looking like Cyclops off of X-Men.
I can't do any of that right now. My car broke down.
Damn.
And so I'm in a friend's car. Just to work. To continue living paycheck to paycheck.
Right, we got commercials, y'all. We got commercials.
Yeah, mute that. Mute that. Go and mute that real quick. God, think about it. Hold on. My bad. Got some bikers rolling past me, idiots. Anyways, that's the same. This is the same type of chick. I guarantee, because from what you said, I agree with you. She don't look like she would vote for him, number 47. But it's the same type of chick that be on some fembot shit, right? Trying to, it's about women this and women that. Them the same bitches that stab Hillary in the back and Kamala Harris in the back.
Yep.
As soon as it comes time for them to benefit themselves, what they do, they, you know what I'm saying, they jump off the wagon and go over here with them, trying to get their best interest for their white. That's all she is.
Stabbed herself right in the foot, stabbed herself right in the back, and can't blame nobody else for it. Can't blame nobody else, because like you said, she had two options. Now I can understand, but I can understand to a certain extent the Hillary one, but still though, and people, y'all can come crucify me if you want to. I was very critical of Hillary. I was very critical of goddamn Kamala Harris. I still would have voted for both of them bitches over him. I'm just being honest with you. Like straight up, I think they would have been better presidents than he was. Just straight up. And the proof is in the pudding. Now we don't know what they possibly would have did, but I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have did this. That's what I'm really on. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have did this. We wouldn't be where we are right now off of this. But like you said, she took her little happy monkey ass out there and goddamn voted for the motherfucker. And now you in the car fake crying. Cause she ain't crying, y'all. I told y'all not one tear. Not one tear came down her face. But she talking like she need to blow her nose, though. I will tell her that. But either way, let her keep going. She ain't done.
It was going to be hard. And then it wasn't going to come fast. I just wish that things would work out better. Really.
And she talking all that shit. I just thought about this. She talking all that shit, acting like she poor and struggling and shit. Bitch, go sell them goddamn AirPods you got in your fucking ear. You at least get $100 for them. Go sell that shit. Stop dyeing your fucking hair. You can save some money one way or another. Goddamn got on that Toy Story ass t-shirt. Like, come on now.
Regret that everything is taking so long because there's so much pushback because I don't even know the reasons anymore. I don't understand.
You know what? This one too.
Do you regret your vote right now?
Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, though. This guy right here funny as fuck, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. This guy funny as fuck, y'all. Check this out. Pay attention to this one. This shit's so funny. Ask what he say he won't. Listen to what he said he won't back.
What? This one too.
Do you regret your vote right now?
Well, between him and her, I thought he was the better choice, but honestly, I miss my Uncle Joe. I was a nobody, and I was balling.
Sleepy Joe.
Who he miss, nigga? Who that nigga miss? I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all gotta hear this again, y'all. I'm sorry.
Between him and her, I thought he was the better choice, but honestly, I miss my Uncle Joe. I was a...
Hey, man, look.
You need to leave. That is disgusting.
Tell that nigga get the fuck out of here, bro. You miss Uncle Joe now, huh? I bet he was one of them people. Sleepy Joe, he's in the basement. He doesn't know where he is. I bet money he was one of those guys. Now he missed Uncle Joe, though. Okay. I'm gonna let him keep talking. All right, you miss Uncle Joe. I got you.
Nobody, and I was balling then. Now I couldn't even tell you. I
Matter
couldn't
of
even
fact, say the whole
show you
thing over again.
choice.
Fuck
But
it.
honestly, I miss my Uncle Joe. I was a nobody, and I was balling then. Now, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even show you $5 in my pocket.
We spoke to Trump voters here in Florida who are ticked off about the fact that the gas prices
why they
in the
gotta be
state
in
have gone
Florida,
up
man?
by
That's
an
some
average of
bullshit.
about
You know y'all be fucked up down there.
60 cents within just a week.
I would just wish he'd keep up on his campaign promise and say he was going to put it under $3. He'd end that war so fast. But here it is, 5 years later, helping his buddy out get his more money. And then never mind charging us Americans all sorts of money for fuel that you just stole from Venezuela.
And those gas prices are getting higher because of volatile oil prices.
And think about that. He's under the mindset that Trump stole Venezuela's oil, which we ain't took it yet. We took control over it, but we ain't took it yet. But he was fine with that. He's just bitching that if Trump did steal the oil, why are my oil prices higher? That's all he mad about. He ain't mad about stealing something from somebody else to make his shit cheaper. He's mad at the simple fact that he supposedly stole something and his oil prices ain't lower. Fuck the crime. I got a problem with not benefiting from the crime. He actually, man, look, Trump might need to get that man a spot in his White House.
Prices due to the war in Iran, a war that these Trump voters tell us they hope wraps up quickly.
If I could, speak to the president, I just encourage him to finish up this war and get us back to a safe world.
He's saying about for our safety, leave somebody alone, they won't bother you. Hopefully this.
Oh, he said some real shit just then.
That mother, I like that white boy. Look, I like him, but he voted for Trump, so fuck him too. But I like that. Look, that's some real ass shit right there. That's some real ass shit. I gotta let him say it again, y'all.
Just encourage him to finish up this war and get us back to a safe world.
He's saying about for our safety, leave somebody alone, they won't bother you. Hopefully this conflict over there will end, it's just unfortunate.
The overall vibe here at the gas pump amongst these Trump voters is they feel like the economy is not going well right now.
Shit.
At the moment, I'm really out of work.
My hope is that it's temporary.
The first guy saying he misses Uncle Joe is really something.
If you feel hopeless right now, I'm here to say some Trump supporters are actually regretting their votes. Estimates as high as 1 in 4 people who voted for Trump regret their votes. And on a
That's not even that high though. That's only 25%.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I don't think that's high enough right there. Now, whoever doing these polls might need to go talk to some more people, because I'm pretty sure it's more than 25%. And if it ain't more than 25%, America, we still got a big ass problem. We got a big ass problem if it's just only 25. But did you have anything before I keep playing this shit? Because I guess she about to say something. I don't know what she about to say.
No, roll the tape.
All right, now.
anonymous forums like Reddit, people have poured out their feelings about how much they regret voting for him. People like farmers who have been upset that they're not getting support and money is going to Argentina instead of them. Young voters who feel manipulated by the MAGA movement. And centrists who aren't necessarily committed to a political party have all expressed serious remorse.
Man, think about how crazy that is, though, for like the farmers, though. Like he said that farmers were getting ripped off or whatever. He came into office, he started doing tariffs. Like one of the biggest beef buyers, like the buyers of our American beef, was like China. And he put all these tariffs on China. So China was like, we're not fucking buying y'all beef. And then China, the second place China bought shit from was from Argentina. And he gave Argentina $40 billion. When your American farmers were getting fucked up by the tariffs and they couldn't fucking sell their meat, like maybe the $40 billion should have went to them, but no, he gave them $3 billion. Like, it's just crazy. I don't think a lot of people remember all the things that he's done, and it ain't even been that long. Like the dude ain't even been in office for over 2 years. He done did a lot of shit within the time frame that he's been in there, but it ain't been nothing that's good. And people be acting like they don't remember none of it. It's like it's always on to the next one when it comes to this motherfucker. Like I don't know. It's like TMZ or some shit.
Over their vote.
Yeah, they just let him move to fuck up more shit. Like, oh no, all right, he messed that up. Well, let's see what he does next. It's like you keep having fuck up after fuck up after fuck up after fuck up. Why would you keep giving somebody that many chances to fuck it up? But Joe or Obama do something and it's actually working, you're like, oh, that ain't good enough. He fucked up. Oh, fuck him. It's like, but hold on. You willing to give somebody who mess up 13 times out of 15 times, and then he do 2 good things, and then you like, oh, he always been doing good. Really? Y'all delayed in the head. I ain't gonna say what you said the R word earlier, but a lot of them are delayed in the head.
I don't know if they just got a different grading scale. Like, if the skin tone looks like this, I grade on this scale. But if it looks any closer to this, or darker or lighter, just a little bit, we grade on a different scale. Because that's what it seemed like. Like,
That's exactly what it is.
It's crazy. It's like, man, come on, man. Like, they called Obama out for a motherfucking tan suit. Trump was speaking on Marines dying overseas, and nigga had on a baseball cap like me. It's like, picture me button up to the top with a suit on. I'm representing America with a baseball cap on. When my service members are died, you don't even have no hat on your head, motherfucker. But obviously he wouldn't know because, he never served in the military. He had bone spurs. But either way, though, let's keep going.
Happy with the election and the way things have been with Trump is a serious step in the right direction. As you know, in most cults, people who speak out against the leader are seriously punished. They're ostracized and experience a lot of hostility, which typically prevents them from speaking out in the first place. So although it may feel hopeless and like fascism has been descending upon us for a few years, there actually is a sign of some progress. That's why it's so important to have conversations with these people. If you're a white person and you have family who are Trump supporters, this is a really good time to try to get through to them, especially because a lot of Republicans want the Epstein files to be released, which could be used as a way to find common ground with them and convince them to not be MAGA anymore. Still have a long way to go, but the fact that his approval rating is dropping is a serious sign of good news.
And I will say this for her. Let me hold on. Let me get through this commercial. Go ahead. Let's see. For her, at least, like, I feel on what she's saying, but baby, that's gonna be your mission for your community, because your community definitely overwhelmingly voted for that motherfucker. In the Asian community, y'all can get right up in there with it too. And I'm sorry, Hispanic community, but y'all supposed to be our closest allies. Y'all can get right over there in line with them too. And y'all talk.
And I wish our women would have never fell into that trick about talking shit about black men when we're the only group of men that at the highest numbers kept voting to not put this motherfucker in office. We're the only other. Matter of fact, we're the second group next to our women. We're the second. It's only us and our women.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. We're the only two. Each 3 times that he ran, it's always been black men and black women. And y'all had the nerve to get mad at us instead of y'all sisters who helped him win 2 times out of 3 times. And y'all got mad at us for what? 8-9%, you know what I'm saying, increase. And guess what? 3-4% of that was black women.
Yep. Oh, look, the sad part, look. That's a good thing about it. Because I'm gonna pull this down for a second. Because I'm gonna show it. Because I've been having this shit sitting here, and I remember we talked about it last time about this bullshit. And I'm like, look, man, look, for all the people that try to sit there and try to make it seem like it was black men, like, yeah, I want y'all to look at this right here. This is the breakdown of the last election. Look at the numbers. Like, just go to black. I can't click on it so y'all can see my mouse and shit. But you look at black men. 71% of black men voted for Kamala Harris. 90% of black women voted for Kamala Harris. 75% of 18 through 54 of black people voted for Kamala Harris. Black people over the age of 55, 93 voted for Kamala Harris. Black people without a college degree, 80% of them voted for her. Black people with a college degree, 87%. Now look at all the other fucking races. Look at all the other races on there. White people, overwhelmingly. And then Hispanics, like the only ones in the Hispanic community that really I give props to is the goddamn Hispanics that got a college degree. Because they was at 60%. But pretty much they were split down the middle outside of that. Hispanic men over 50%. Like I'm just like y'all can look at the numbers. Like y'all can Google this shit if y'all want to too. If y'all want to go look it up and just Google it to see if I just made up some bullshit, and you see navigators on there, so you can just type in fucking election poll results by race navigator. It'll pop up for you. You can just type in election results. Period. Black folks have, like, it overwhelmingly Overwhelmingly. Look at that blue. Look at that blue in that middle line, y'all. It's not even a conversation about us. And that look, and I remember you had an issue with it, and I do have an issue with that too. That's one of them ills that Obama got to take. Like, brother, come out there and fucking say the shit that he said. Like,
He ain't
brother,
gonna say that to the white man. That's what tripped me out. He ain't go out and say it to the white boys. He came out and said to us, and it's like, why you saying that to us? You know what I'm saying? Go say that to them, like, hey, I know you got a problem with a woman, especially a little black one. He ain't do that. He only did that to us. Our women did that to us, and it pissed me off because it's like when you look at the actual number, when you had a lot of people undecided or people that left, it's because it's certain things that we need to fix in our community that we don't work on. And then it's not only that, for the men who is a lot of other brothers that did that, is because it's like, look how y'all treat us when we do acquiesce more than they do, and we still did, even at the most on the third one with Kamala. They still not listening to what we're saying. We're like, this is the issue we're having. You're not addressing the issues, and then you want to wait till crunch time. It's too late. So that's what we got to start doing. Is like, listen, we have no problem protecting and providing, but we need acknowledgement. We need reciprocity because it's hard to go out here in this world, deal with the bullshit, and then come home and deal with more bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making an excuse for it, but we gotta talk about it and be honest because we're the only ones. Like, think about it. That's what's so special about Black American men overall out of everybody. We put our women on a pedestal. Every other race don't do that. That's why you got so many different races of women that fuck with us, is because they're like, oh, well, I'm gonna come steal them because they don't get the same treatment in their household.
Yeah, they running the comfort.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's just something we gotta and look at it. You got two black men right now riding and going against the grain on the bullshit. It hasn't changed that much.
Hey, I'm gonna give you one on that one.
You're goddamn right.
Get back to the video.
Let's just go over this very quickly. I understand that you guys are feeling hurt. I understand that you guys are feeling isolated. What many people despise is the fact that it was an open book test and you failed. You're a 3-time Trump voter and you finally came around. It's not necessarily, for many critics, the person. It is the idea and what it carries into society. And the thing is, you can say these things, and I applaud you for doing so. And if you really take ownership, then you will start to decode how you got there in the first place. It's sort of like when someone goes full-blown racist. We don't have to accept your apology, but we do have to see the work being put in and the hours being put in and the way that you will change your entire mindset.
And that part that he just got at. Look, I appreciate that there are people out here. I don't want people to get it misconstrued because I know I've been talking shit most of the night, and I'm definitely going to continue to do it after I say this. But I do understand and I do appreciate folks that have kind of seen the flaws of their ways. I appreciate that. But you need to understand the gravity of what you did when you flawed out. Like when you voted for this motherfucker, you need to understand the gravity and how many people were affected by this. Like we got 150 plus like little girls dead in another country because of your vote. We got 2 white American citizens shot dead in this country because of your vote. We had so many families fucked up already, and it ain't even been 2 fucking years because of your vote. I want you to understand it. I appreciate that you're starting to come around and you realizing you made a bad mistake. But a lot of these folks, like he's saying, you voted for this motherfucker 3 fucking times. Like you dents in the fucking head or something. So it ain't gonna be no just I apologize and come right back over. Nah, motherfucker, you gotta quarantine. You gotta quarantine for a little bit before you come back over here. Because y'all said all this shit, that TDS shit they say, that Trump derangement syndrome. I know you ain't heard them say that shit. Y'all are the ones who have it. Every accusation is a goddamn confession. You accusing us of having Trump derangement syndrome because we call this man out on the bullshit that he does. No, you got that derangement syndrome because you excuse everything that he does. That's the real Trump derangement syndrome. I'm glad y'all gave us one because I'm gonna flip it on you. I'll try to flip it on you. I don't know about anybody else, but like, bro, it's crazy that y'all got to really understand what the fuck you actually voted for and what's actually happening. Y'all was so mad at Obama. What did Obama do to you that's worse than this? What did Joe do that was worse than this? But that's the only two that y'all really talk shit about. Y'all don't really talk shit about Clinton. They don't really talk shit about Clinton. Clinton ain't gonna lie. Clinton cleaned up for their ass, man. But
I hear them from here and there. They'll say something about Clinton, but me and you talked about this before. If you look at it, in the last 20 years, the Democratic presidents have done better than the Republican presidents, and that's factual because they'll try to name things right that are individual, and I'm gonna use your boy Red favorite term per capita. Those Republicans in the last 20
ain't my boy.
for the last 20 years, the people that have been happy with Republican results has been per capita, not in general.
Mm-hmm.
So when they say that shit, it's like, actually look at it. The shit that y'all happy about has been Republicans, conservatives, no matter what color they are, it's per capita. It's not in general. It's per capita. Because we saw what happened with Bush Jr. I remember what happened with Bush Sr. We see what we're going through now. So for the last 20 years or so, you're going to sit there and tell me that it's been a good thing? No, that's per capita. It's not in general, because if all the people are hurting at the bottom, guess who becomes at risk the most? The people that are at the top. They destroyed the middle class. So you're going to sit there and tell me that was a good thing? That now the middle class is becoming the lower class too? Now you got more people that's going to come at your throat. That is not that's not good math. I'll just say that.
Yeah, they're just creating more enemies, more and more enemies. Let's see what he got.
More big eyes.
There you go. Yeah, more of them.
By doing the work, and then hopefully coming out on the other side a little bit better. But I have to reiterate, you can't control how people are going to react, because those people could have families that were abducted because of your vote.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who are struggling right now to make ends meet. There are people who may have been deported themselves. There are people who may be racially profiled. There could be survivors of Epstein. And what it really seems like in these emails, Trump himself and many other powerful figures that you voted against. You voted against them. You voted against a wealth tax. You voted against first-time home buyers. You voted against having some sort of climate initiative. You voted against it. So everybody that is affected by not you, but what your vote symbolizes, can react however they wish. And if they want to withhold support from you, which I'm sure many in the comments will be conflicted on, they're allowed to do so. They are.
I don't understand why the fuck y'all be conflicted. These people preyed on your downfall. Now they in their downfall. Why the fuck you need to goddamn have compassion for them? They literally preyed on your downfall. Fuck them, let them fall. I'm dead ass serious. Fuck them, let them fall.
What we need, in my view, is a stronger left coalition. And if I could see a one-time, two-time, three-time Trump voter suddenly swing the political pendulum in the opposite direction and become leftist, become socialist, I'm all for it.
They ain't got to become leftists. They ain't got to become socialists, bro. You just need to make sure you pay attention to the people that you're voting for and what they stand for. Look at their past history. Look how they moved. Look who their donors are. Like, pay attention to what the fuck they got going on, so you can make a legit decision. Just don't be like, well, this side of the aisle told me this, and they scared me, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna vote that way now. Don't be like that. Don't be a dummy. But I think that might be asking a little bit too much of a lot of Americans. But I'm gonna let them finish out though.
But it needs to be genuine. And what it needs, really, really needs, at the end of the day, is a change in mindsets, a change in their approach and how they view one human being from another. That, my friends, will be the key. If you can.
It's called racism. Born in America. Actually, it wasn't born in America, but it's been perfected in America and distributed around the world. Racism. But look, man, y'all, we talked about this shit, man. I hope ain't nobody get pissed off about it, but if you did, I don't really give a fuck. Be honest with you. Because, look, dude, we're living in a country right now that's really hard for everybody. And a lot of people got to bear the brunt of that goddamn problem. Like, because you advocated and you voted for this person to be in office. And now he's doing things that are detrimental to us as American citizens. We fight against everything else. Like, one of the points me and my boy, I was having a conversation earlier today about like reparations and shit. And it's like, look, every time the conversation of reparations comes up, we always bitch and complain about where the money. I already hear that argument coming from the other side of the people that want to act like they're not racist, but they just want to, they just want to be physically responsible. They say where the money's going to come from. But guess what? I don't hear a lot of them same motherfuckers bitching about Trump saying he need 200 billion to finish this war off over there in Iran. But it's not a war, though. It's a conflict. 200 billion. That's more than we spent in Iraq and Afghanistan. That's more than money than we have spent sending money over there to Ukraine, because we have sent Ukraine $190+ billion already. But we ain't got no money to pay the people that goddamn help build this fucking country up. And that's why this country gonna keep crumbling. Because if you keep building a house on fucking sins and evil, bitch, eventually it's gonna collapse around that shit. You don't have no solid foundation. And this is just an example, man. They're like, honestly, these white people killing themselves. These white people fucking shit up, period. Just fucking the world up. Every world war been started by white folks, just so y'all know. And I'm not saying that to be an asshole, to be racist, nothing like that. Like, literally, look at every world war. Started because of white people. Never nobody else. If y'all want to say the Japanese started Pearl Harbor, what were y'all doing to the Japanese before they came over here and struck y'all? we can start doing a little digging. It is what it is, man. But look, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Write it down below in the comment section, all that in the bag of chips. Hit that like, subscribe, share, turn the notifications on. But your boy about to get the fuck up out of here. I got to cook something, man. Look, the sad part, we'll be back here tomorrow. At least that's the plan. I'll try to turn up and do something, man. But your boy about to get the fuck up out of here. Let me turn that music off. And I'll catch y'all in the next one as always, man. Peace.